talk about the coaches that you guys played for, let's start with Jerry for obvious reasons. The Super Bowl trophy is named after Vince Lombardi. He's such a complicated and fascinating figure in history. How much of it was motivation? How much of it was technical football excellence? How was that brewed together to make who Lombardi was?
He wasn't a very sophisticated football man. He was a very fundamental football man, blocking and tackling, execution. We were all about execution. We had the same set of plays for 9 years. Coach Halas from the Chicago Bears gave us one of our greatest compliments. He said, we knew what they were going to run, we knew where they were going to run it, and we knew when they were going to run it. We just couldn't do anything about it. So we had a group of people that really, because of Coach Lombardi, wanted to execute. And so his great strength was in motivation, in the unmeasurables, the intangibles. For me, he gave me a horrible chewing out one day in practice. We had a scrimmage, about a 45-minute scrimmage on the 3-yard line. And the defense is stuffing us. They're way ahead of us anyhow. They always are, right? And they knew every play we had, and we're just pounding and pounding. And I miss a block, so I get some attention. And 3 or 4 plays later, I jump off sides, and he gets about 10 inches from my nose, and he says, "Mister, the concentration period of a college student is 5 minutes, high school is 3 minutes, kindergarten is 30 seconds, and you don't even have that, so where's that put you?" Put me checking my shoes, right? I'm down, and I go in the locker room, and I'm thinking maybe it's time for me to find another job, find another profession. I'm never going to play here. I'm never going to make him happy. Been sitting there about 30, 40 minutes. He'd been out working with Bart and the wide receivers. He comes in, sees me at the far end of the locker room. It's pretty empty. He comes over and he goes, "Son, one of these days you're going to be the best guard in football." And it was approval. And I craved his approval, like all of us do, I think. I think approval runs the world. But all of a sudden, I got something going inside here. There was a and there was a warmth, and there was a burn, and there was a vision. And he, at that moment, gave me the permission to be great, to think about being great. And from that moment on, I gave him everything I had, every ounce of my ability, every ounce of my focus, everything I had, I gave to the game. And that was the strength of Coach Lombardi.
Santana, your relationship with Mike Holmgren and what made him a great coach?
I think what made Mike a great coach was his obvious attention to detail. You know, everything that he did was about performing the team, each component of the team performing off of the other as far as special teams, defense, and offense. He had his hand and his vision, his eyes on everything. And he wanted each phase of the game to complement the other. And when you watched him over the years, not just the years we won Super Bowls, but every year that we went into the playoffs or whatnot, his ability to play chess on the football field, and what I mean chess is get the players in the right positions on the field to where they can make the plays to benefit the Packer organization. So just watching him grow and around the team, for instance, from Brett Favre to Desmond Howard to the next guy that came in, to make sure those guys were in the proper place to make the best plays to benefit the team. His attention to detail was immaculate.
And Donald, Mike McCarthy.
He's a true players coach. He's always said family comes first before anything else. And throughout that season, that's exactly what he did. You know, I lost my close friend during that season, and he told me, take as much time as you need. And that tells you the type of coach he wants to be. I mean, when you're out there on that field, he's one of the nicest guys when he needs to be, but he can be the meanest guy when he needs to be. And he's straight focused to detail. You know, I think he has the same mindset as Holmgren when he was here. You know, he just has that mindset that he wants everything right. And that's from offense, defense, and special teams. And if all three are working together, then you know you can't be beat.